Okay, so this is the orders in local search platform, the first platform which I talked about. As I mentioned, you can enter in your address or your zip code here. So let's just do that. Enter in a zip code, do a find, and of course this will show all the businesses in the proximity. And as you can see, got a Google Maps to kind of show you where they are in relation to where you are. You can even filter down to those that only do delivery or takeout or in-store. And then categories are something you can set as well. That site is pretty highly customizable, so anything you want to customize, you can definitely do that. Um, and let's go ahead and go inside one of these. As you can see, here's the menu. Take notice, again, it would be your domain / whatever the restaurant is. They reside all under your domain. And this one doesn't have pictures. You can add pictures if you'd like. You can also want to mention, you can also give the restaurant their own login and password to their individual site, and they can update as they like. So they don't need to contact you. It's pretty turnkey. Once you set up a restaurant, everything from there is pretty turnkey. They can log in, make changes, anything they want to do on this page. But you can see their logo here, address, description, their own website as well, a little bit about them, and of course, if they have delivery, takeout, they can set their own hours as well. You've got Yelp reviews, Google Maps integrated as well for them. Um, and you can also, if they want to do reservations, they can also include a reservations open tables integrated with our system as well. So that's another great thing. Okay, and just want to show you one more example of the orders in website. So here's another one, fairly basic template. You can change all the colors, whatever it is, the graphics. Um, let's go ahead and select directly from the featured. You can also have your merchants featured here, charge them extra if you want to feature them. That's completely something you can do and invoice them for. Okay, so here's another example. As I was telling you, the make reservations powered by OpenTable integrated here. If you wanted that option, or if that merchant wants that option, they can add that here. Very simple to do. We've got a dinner menu, brunch menu, lunch menu, all that's on here. It's very easy to do as well. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let me put in my zip code, and let's get chicken wings. And of course, they want specific things. You can even add bubbles on here for mild, medium, and all that other stuff. This one doesn't have it. And of course, let's get some meatloaf as well. Okay, so you can see it's been added here on the orders in local search page. On their checkout menu, their checkout stuff is all here, the subtotal. If you want to add a convenience fee, the merchant can add a convenience fee, a tax. If you have specific taxes especially for our international partners, they've got specific taxes and different fees that they need to charge, so they can add all that stuff from the back panel, and it will show it here as well. If there's a delivery fee, they'll add that as well. This particular restaurant charges a $10 delivery fee. If not, you can pick it up here, 2005, and then pretty much check out from this area. Put in their information, again, if they want to do delivery or takeout, any special instructions. Put in their email, and then pretty much place order. And after that, it's similar to other online ordering stuff that you've already done, whether it be Amazon or anything like that. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's go log into the back end here, show you a little bit of the admin panel. Okay, so this is the admin panel. The local search admin panel is pretty much exactly the same as the orders in web apps panel. So I'll just use this this admin walkthrough as that one as well, but we'll kind of do a walkthrough of that. But the functionality is very similar, so I just want to mention that. So all your restaurants that you've listed, of course, you can add restaurants from here. If they have Foursquare, go ahead and put the business name or search by the postal code, and you should be able to find it on Foursquare. If their menu's already been uploaded to Foursquare, their menu gets imported directly into the system. You can also add the business manually here, of course. the usual suspects, contact name, their business name, the telephone, whatever their monthly fee or their transaction percentage is, or if you have a transaction flat fee, you can enter all that information here as well. And once you enter in the business, that business will be entered here. Of course, you can set their status, active or inactive, whenever they're ready to go and accept orders. And let's go ahead. Let's walk through a couple of these other tabs, and then we'll go into the business page. So here you can see you can update the logo, your own logo here for the page. Homepage header information, background color, background image, anything you want to customize. The text on your page, your search page, you can do from here. It's very intuitive to use. Social media links, if you have that stuff, definitely recommend setting up your social media pages and putting in those links there. They're automatically inserted at the bottom right of the page. Let's go to the main, and then you'll see it here. Here's the Facebook, Twitter, and of course Instagram will pop up here as well if you have one of those. SEO, you can add the SEO information in here. The description, of course, SEO keywords. The great thing about SEO, it's really easy to do for this page. You don't need a professional to do it. As soon as you start entering your local area and put down online ordering, pretty much Google starts picking you up as the online ordering for a particular city, because there's not really that many of them in most cases. So you're usually always on the first page. In most cases, you're the top result that comes up for Google. So this is a great place to enter in those SEO keywords for your business. If you want to use Google Analytics, of course, you can put your Google Analytics code in there as well and track how many users are coming in, how many are going off, of course, how long they spend, all the Google Analytics stuff you'd want to know. You can do that via Google's page and just enter in that code that they provide. Language, we support a couple of different languages, but pretty much any international language we can support that we don't currently support, so that's not an issue at all either. And then, of course, categories. You can enter in your categories, and that'll show up on your local search page as well. If you want to add in your own custom pages, they appear as links at the top of the page. So, of course, if you have other businesses, you can add the link up here, as you can see. Add your own custom pages, what all you do. If you have a blog, or if you have another business, or you're a partner with another business, you can easily do that as well. And the great thing is the custom editor has pretty much an HTML editor built inside. So if you have HTML, or a designer or developer, you can easily update via HTML here. So fax, SMS, call credits, these are options that you can provide to the merchant. You can charge them extra for it, so it is another way to make extra revenue. The great thing is that we send orders via a couple of different ways to merchants. One of them is through the orders dashboard, which I'll show you, and that's in the merchants panel. Another way is that they can receive orders via email. Some restaurants really like to receive orders via fax. They can do that as well, and here's how they do it. You can purchase fax credits and distribute that amongst your different merchants that require that. Of course, you can charge them for that. They can receive orders via fax. That way, if they want SMS, so they'll get a notification or a text notification, again, a great way. If they have a manager or an owner that likes to get the SMS as well, that's another option that you can add for them and distribute those credits as you need, or whoever needs the SMS. And then there's call credits, which are basically a phone call notification letting them know an order's been made. It's an automated system. It just simply tells them, just the same way they pick up the order for if someone is calling to make an order, they get a phone call. And of course, the order is made. They can choose to look at their order dashboard or their email or their fax, letting them know. But it's kind of another way to let them know as well, a notification. So in your invoicing area, you can either use Stripe or PayPal. This is your payment integration. And pretty much links directly to your checking account or your business account. That's where all the money goes. As soon as you get paid, that money goes directly through them. I want to mention that we do use Stripe and PayPal, credit card processing, and financial services for pretty much anything financial that's related to money. If you know about Stripe or you know about PayPal, those are multi-billion-dollar financial companies. They've got industry standard encryption, and of course, they handle large volumes of financial transactions a day. So we let them do all the heavy lifting when it comes to that. So that may be something, a question that your merchant may have is who handles the money? When do I get paid? It's all instantly done. It's done through either those two options, either Stripe credit card processing or PayPal. And then also the money that's directly deposited is handled the same way as well. So once you're integrated with Stripe, it's very simple. Of course, you can go to create Stripe account if you don't have one. A lot of people don't, or you can just use PayPal and enter in your email address. As you can see, we're at the Stripe page right now. Enter in your country, whatever it may be, your business address, things like that. The main important stuff is your bank details. Enter in that stuff, and that's how money gets directly deposited to your account. So here's all the businesses. So let's just say that we want to invoice Buck and Honeys. This is exactly how you do it. Let's choose a wide range here, but usually, monthly is pretty standard. And say that we charge them $99 a month. And if you do a percentage, you can do that as well, either or both. And if, of course, they have any credits they use, you can charge them for that. And of course, let's just say this was their first month and we charged them $150 setup fee. Okay, so that will create the invoice. And another thing it will show is all of the orders that have been made. So as you can see, it has the name, the dates that they were made, how much was charged. All that information is here. So it's a pretty transparent process. There's no going back and forth on how much was made or who. You can see exactly the transactions that were made. All you do from there is create the invoice, and that gets created down here. And then once you're ready, you can update the template. When you send this invoice, there's going to be a Pay Now link that's in here. That Pay Now link is going to take them directly to Stripe. It'll tell them the description of what they're paying for, and that's it. They click the Pay Now link, enter in their credit card information, and that's direct deposited to your account. So it's a very simple process. You can choose to use our invoicing system, or you don't have to. We have a lot of licensees who like to just send checks send an invoice and receive checks in the mail. Or if you have another invoicing system, you want to use FreshBooks or something else that's online, you can use that as well. The invoicing system is strictly a convenience factor that we've provided for you. So that's really up to you how you want to do it. So in the resources area, of course, we've got the business cards, merchant flyers, a simple merchant contracts in there as well, online ordering facts, things you can use basically for marketing. We've got different graphics that are editable here, licensee how-to videos, everything from the admin panel overview to your own online ordering site, how to invoice, which I just went over, collecting payments from customers. We've got a lot of how-to videos there for you. And of course, the sales training videos, which I highly recommend you watch. We can do a one-on-one sales training as well, but these are pretty much the best practices. And it really is just us talking to the licensees, especially the successful licensees that have been with us for a while, sharing a lot of that information, and all that's been captured in these videos. And so it's really a great thing to watch. And we've got some other stuff for presentation and closing the deal as well. And all your news and stuff like that, every time we're doing updates or we're having a sales training best practices webinar, we just had that about a month or two ago. We try to do those, try to do a lot of one-on-ones, but any updates to the system, we had the orders dashboard, all that will be in your news area. And of course, you can update your account information from here. So let's go into one of the businesses page. So we'll log into Buck. I want to reiterate, of course, you have access to all your businesses page, whether they change their login and password or not. So you can always go in there. You can always see their transactions, update their menu items if they ask you to do that. You can do that as well. Of course, you can give them a login and password to do that. So let's go. The first thing I want to show, let's go into the orders dashboard. So here's the orders dashboard. Of course, there's only one order for this one, but generally the orders will start stacking up. And as they receive orders in the back kitchen or the front office, they can clear orders here as well. But this is the orders dashboard. It's a great free way to accept orders. an annoying sound will keep playing. You may be able to hear it. And generally it'll just keep going until they accept the order, they clear the order. So great thing to put up if they want to put up an iPad or something like that in the back kitchen, this is a great way to go green, have an electronic way to receive orders in live. Okay, and so let's go to their configuration area. Again, very intuitive for the business to set up themselves. If you choose to set it up, you can do that as well. Everything from their logo, their business description, what time zone they're in, of course, where they're from in terms of currency, what currency they want to use. They've got their ordering page URL, which they can edit their section of the URL as well. Their address here, and of course, takeout and delivery settings, very important for them if they want to charge, sales taxes do vary for different states and different countries, of course. They want a delivery fee, they can charge that. If they want to do a delivery flat fee, a delivery minimum, an order minimum, of course, a convenience percentage. That's pretty high. Let's just move that down to 0. And then, of course, delivery restrictions, what radiuses. They can set the radius from their address, how far they're willing to deliver. And, of course, if they want to just deliver to specific postal codes, they can just enter that as well within commas there. And then, of course, takeout, delivery, in-store. What are the options that they want to offer to their guests that are ordering online? They can set their delivery hours, their takeout hours, and of course in-store hours here. So, of course, they may not want to deliver after a certain time. They can certainly set that up here as well. Or certain days. If they don't want to deliver or do in-store stuff on certain days they're closed, they can set that as well. Email and messages. Do want to mention that we offer email that if they want to receive orders via email, they can get it in plain text and HTML. The reason that we added a plain text option is because a lot of merchants want to use a printer, and you can even provide them a printer, or they can use what they call an HP ePrint. An HP ePrint assigns you an email address, and you can put that email address here, so every time an order is emailed to them, it automatically prints. So it's a great way to bypass using the old fax method, and also free. So that's another great thing as well. And then, of course, anything about custom mess. This is a confirmation message that they'll get. Of course, thank you for your order. If you have any questions, they can call. And then, if they want to add that an order is going to take a certain amount of time, they can add that stuff as well. If their kitchen's running kind of late, things like that. But that message is completely customizable here. And the great thing about the system, it's really meant for, from a licensee perspective, it's really meant for licensees that can have a little bit of sales or marketing experience. It's not really meant for developers, and that's why we have all these fields to update things very easily. You don't have to get in and do any coding or anything like that. You just gotta, sell and promote the system, and it sort of sells itself after that. And these are the different notifications. Of course, if they have a fax number, they can put that in here. A text, obviously the email is up here at the top, and then call orders as well. Their menu, they can update the menu here. It's very intuitive to do. Obviously, add item here. Let's just call it item 1, 99 cents, and then any description. This is item 1. Kind of boring. And of course, you want to add a photo. Go ahead and click that photo. Save and add another. Let's just save that one there. And as you can see, item 1 here, very easy to do. In the event that an item is out, they can obviously set it to inactive. It won't show on their menu anymore. So it's a really great way to update things in real time from their own merchant panel. And as you can see, the different categories and different things in the menu, very intuitive to do. If they want to update, move things around, that it'll update real time in their menu. Let's delete that. And so pretty much a very easy to use system on not only your behalf, but also for their behalf as well. And of course, they have instructions for creating a menu if they have any issues, but very, very simple. Reservations, again, open table. If they want to have reservations, they can build in the reservations are built in using OpenTable. It's completely integrated. They just got to enter in a few different things and register with OpenTable, and they're good to go. They can do a custom reservation form if they want. They may have certain things they want to add specific to that, so they can do that, and bubbles will be added in if they want to add a date, check boxes, radio buttons, things like that. So a lot of easy customizable stuff to have their own reservation form if they want to go that route as well. The other thing they can do is put deals. If they want to have a deal discount code that people enter in a discount code when they're checking out, they can do that. It could be a special offer that takes off $5 flat. That's how you would set that. Maybe it needs to be a minimum order of $20. They can set that there. And of course, start date and end date for that. If they want to do a percentage, they can do that as well. And then they'll be able to choose their own deal code once they save, and they're good to go. And they can offer great way to get some traffic also when they start promoting that, hey, we're now accepting online ordering. Use the discount code, 5 off for $5 off your next meal. It's a great way to start getting traffic to their own site as well, and also for you to help them get traffic to their site or to their page. Payment integration. So again, they can use PayPal integration. We recommend Stripe. All they have to do, again, if they don't have a Stripe account, they can create it via that page I showed a little bit earlier. It's very simple to do. Again, it's all done through Stripe. And they just enter in their information here. It gives them a warm fuzzy to know that their financial information is, of course, going to Stripe, not you. So that is something that you may run into, where they ask again, how is the financial stuff done? How do I get paid? And things like that. It's all done through Stripe. Authorized to access to this account. That's what integrates Stripe with us once they do set that up. Very simple to do. And then, of course, if they want to have cash enabled or cash disabled, sometimes they only want to have credit card processing, and you got to pay before you make an order. Or sometimes they want to do cash, so then you can make the order, come in and pay cash only. You can do cash enabled, and you don't have to set up credit card processing at all. Some merchants like to do that. Either or, they certainly have that option here, and this is the place to do it. They've got a lot of intuitive reporting features. They can go as far back as they want or just a couple of days, but the great thing about their reporting, it will show them all the orders that were made similar to your page. You can see some transaction activity here on what days are doing better, what items are doing better. So let's go in here and see. You can see the item, baked French onion, obviously the total, all that information. The even greater thing is that you can export this information from here, and they can export to Excel, to an Access database, and then do all the statistical reporting stuff they want to do as well. So all that information gets sent to them. They can analyze as much as they want to their heart content, see what stuff's really selling, what's not selling, that kind of stuff. And this is the account information. They can update their password here, and you can assign passwords from here as well. And of course, the help. Also, they won't see that back to admin. That's only because we're using the admin account, which is your licensee account. Okay, so I think that's a good overview of the admin panel. Let's go ahead and move into the next platform,